Hello everyone and welcome to my Bachelor Nation 24 channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Bachelorette Devin Strader called out again for behavior. Bachelorette Final Rose winner Devin Strader just can't seem to stay out of the negative spotlight. After he broke Jen Tran's heart, he tried to clear his name, but that backfired on him. He even had fellow alums, such as Braden Bowers, telling him to just stop. Then reports surfaced of a past restraining order Devin had against him. He spoke out after that and said it was misconstrued. Now, another person from the past is speaking out about Devin's behavior. Keep reading to find out more. Bachelorette Devin Strader was called out again for his behavior. Devin Strader lost tons of fans after the finale of The Bachelorette. After Devin decided to speak again in an attempt to make things not seem quite so bad with the restraining order, someone else spoke out as well. A friend of Devin's ex-girlfriend who filed the restraining order made a statement. However, they wished to remain anonymous. Reality Steve read the statement on his daily podcast and posted it on social media. The statement began by saying, "In the spring of 2017, Devin Strader was issued a temporary restraining order following multiple instances of abuse against my friend. This year, he made the bizarre decision to appear on The Bachelorette, despite his well-documented history of violence. After his troubling on-screen behavior, the public uncovered his arrest record, including the restraining order." The friend continued to say, "Yesterday, Devin attempted to discredit his ex-girlfriend and deny the existence of the restraining order, despite clear public records to the contrary. I refuse to stand by as he continues to malign someone I care about, especially after the pain he caused 7 years ago." The person went on to say that Devin repeatedly violated the restraining order and intimidated his ex-girlfriend's family and friends. The new statement alleged Devin did many things. In the statement, the source alleges that Devin Strader violated the restraining order more than once. He slashed her tires, burglarized her home, and also burned the court order in her front yard. This person alleged that Devin sent them awful messages as well. They ended their statement by saying Devin is a dangerous individual and a pathological liar. So far, Devin has not spoken out again since this new statement surfaced. Devin Strader stood at the edge of the mansion's pool, the glowing lights of Los Angeles flickering in the background as the night sky deepened. The Bachelorette, Jen Tran, was inside, entertaining conversations with the remaining men, but the cameras were subtly shifting their focus to him. Again. It was the third time this week, and Devin could feel the pressure building like a tidal wave he couldn't outrun. The first time he'd been called out, it was for his slightly aggressive stance during the dodgeball group date, a competitive game that quickly turned personal. He played a little too rough, his athleticism taking center stage while the others struggled to keep up. His elbows flew, his body shoved, and before anyone could catch their breath, another contestant had taken a hard tumble. That moment had sparked tension in the group, but it wasn't the end. The second time came during a cocktail party, when he'd overpowered another man in conversation, cutting him off mid-sentence to boast about his lavish lifestyle, his imported car, his high-end loft downtown, his brand collaborations. While Devin thought he was shining, the others exchanged uncomfortable glances, and Jen had subtly distanced herself from him as the night wore on. Yet it wasn't enough to send him packing. His striking looks and undeniable charm had bought him another rose, and with it, another chance. But now, as the moon reflected off the still water, the whispers were growing louder. Rumors had spread across the house that Devin wasn't here for the right reasons. Not only did some of the guys claim he was a bit too eager to talk about his social media followers, but his temper seemed to simmer beneath the surface, waiting for a reason to explode. And tonight, it seemed he found one. The pool party was supposed to be a light, fun event, just a break from the mounting tension of eliminations. But Devin, always striving to assert his dominance, had gotten into yet another altercation, this time with a quiet but sharp-witted contestant named Lucas. What started as harmless banter quickly escalated into a heated confrontation over Jen's affections. "I don't think you're here for her," Lucas had said, leaning against the bar, his voice low and steady. "You're here for the fame." The words were like gasoline on Devin's already burning fire. His eyes darkened, and his hands clenched into fists. The air became thick with the tension as the surrounding men quietly observed, unsure of whether to intervene or let the situation play out. Devin stepped closer to Lucas, his face mere inches away, muscles tensed. "You don't know anything about me. If anything, you're the one playing the nice guy act for the cameras." Lucas didn't flinch. His calm demeanor seemed to provoke Devin even more. "I'm not here to argue, man. I just want Jen to find someone genuine, and frankly, I don't think that's you." That was it. Devin couldn't hold back any longer. His hand shot out, grabbing Lucas by the collar. But before things could get out of hand, production staff rushed in, pulling them apart. The party came to an abrupt halt, and all eyes turned toward Devin, once again at the center of controversy. Jen, who had been deep in conversation on the other side of the pool, now approached with a mix of confusion and frustration. She could feel the eyes of her suitors on her, waiting to see how she'd handle this latest incident. Was she about to confront Devin directly? Or would she let it slide, hoping to avoid more drama? She chose the former. "Devin, what's going on?" Jen's voice was steady, but her disappointment was unmistakable. She had admired his confidence in the beginning. His assertiveness had been refreshing compared to some of the more reserved contestants. But this was too much. Devin's face softened as Jen approached, his bravado slipping away in the presence of the woman he was supposed to be impressing. "Jen, it's nothing. Just a misunderstanding," he said, his tone attempting to smooth things over. But Jen wasn't buying it. "A misunderstanding? You put your hands on Lucas," Jen said, crossing her arms. "This is the second time something like this has happened, Devin. I need to know if this is going to be a pattern with you." Devin's heart raced. He could feel his carefully crafted image starting to crack. But instead of owning up to his behavior, he doubled down. "Look, some of these guys are just jealous. They're trying to make me look bad because they know I'm a real contender. I'm here for you, Jen. I'm not going to let anyone take that away from me." Jen studied him, her eyes searching for sincerity. But all she could see was someone who couldn't control his temper. Someone who seemed more concerned with winning than with building a genuine connection. "I'm not interested in jealousy or competition," Jen said, her voice firmer now. "I'm here to find someone I can trust, someone who treats others with respect. And right now, I'm not seeing that from you." The other men watched in silence, the tension thick in the air. Devin, who was so used to getting what he wanted, found himself on unfamiliar ground. Jen wasn't falling for his excuses. His usual charm, the confidence that had carried him through life, wasn't working here. Devin shifted uncomfortably, glancing around at the watching faces, before locking eyes with Jen. "I can do better," he said, the fire in his voice dimming to a plea. "Just give me another chance." Jen sighed, the weight of the moment heavy on her. She had liked Devin, but now, standing before him, she saw that his behavior was more than just a string of bad decisions. It was a reflection of his true character. "I don't know if I can," Jen said finally, her voice quiet but resolute. "You've had chances, Devin. I need someone who can handle conflict, who respects others even when things get tough. I don't think that's you." And with that, Devin's fate was sealed. As he stood by the pool, the reality of the situation sinking in, the cameras captured his silence. For the first time in weeks, Devin Strader didn't have the words to talk his way out.